Andreas Christensen, an asset at Chelsea that consistently gets overlooked, an underappreciated soldier. Welcome to Andreas Christensen, my story. Andreas Christensen is an underappreciated commodity. Whether you like it or not, he has a lot of potential. He's had that potential from a young age, and he's never even been given the opportunity to finally achieve it. If you're pro Andreas Christensen, hit that like button. Let's hit 25 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. The Kavkas view welcomes you. You're asking me, what is so great about Andreas Christensen? I'll tell you right now. Fantastic ball-playing defender. Excellent positioning in defensive attributes. Leads by example by the way he plays. Quiet man. Thinks about stuff before he does it. He's never rash. He never does last-ditch tackles because he doesn't need to. Positionally excellent, but he's always overlooked for one thing, and that's because he's not the flashy type. He's not the one that comes, grabs your lunch money from you and tells you, B, this is my starting spot. No, he's the quiet man. Let's take a look at his story. Being a footballer runs in Andreas' family. His father was a goalkeeper for Brøndby, and that's exactly where he came through. The Brøndby Academy in Denmark. In 2013, it was time. It was time for him to leave home. It was time to leave his hometown and come to the great lights of London. You look back at what Chelsea had to do to get this young man. Compete with Manchester City, Arsenal, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. The demand was there. The supply was narrow. There was one man. He was only him, with all of Europe's elite wanting him. Chelsea won him over. They brought him to Stamford Bridge, and his tenure started off fantastically. Started off with an FA Youth Cup. Started off with a European Champions League at youth level. Come on, guys. This guy had a great start to his Chelsea career. The foundations were in place. He was in that team with Jeremy Boga, Charlie Masunda, Dominic Solanke, and Tammy Abraham. He was going to be the next big thing. John Terry's words, not mine. He did so well that in his second season at Chelsea, one appearance, that's all he got, one appearance under Jose Mourinho. But Jose, when they won the league in his second tenure, said, you know what, let's send him a replica medal. This Premier League medal, my friend, you played one game, but you get a medal for that. As the club thought he had earned it with his influence in the dressing room, and he played his part. Whether Andreas chooses to count that or not, I wouldn't count it either. But it should highlight something, how highly Jose thought of him and spoke of him. Andreas showed some cojones. Andreas showed some balls, some big balls. He said, it's time. I've had enough of waiting for my opportunity. 2015 is here, and this is going to be my year. A 2-year loan spell all the way to Gladbach, and where he did shine. Let's get into it. The 2-year loan was perfect. It was an opportunity for him to prove himself at UEFA Champions League level, to become a starter in a bag three. He played 82 games, 7 goals, player of the season, for crying out loud. He was phenomenal for them. The people at Gladbach loved him. They even put a 14, nearly 15 million pound bid in to take him. Chelsea said no chance. His father came out and made statements. Unless Andreas goes back and starts, we don't want to come back. Chelsea showed demand that it was time. Andreas, come home. And guess what? At the end of that 2-year spell, he came back to the beautiful streets of London. Returning home was difficult though. Chelsea have just won the Premier League. Antonio Conte is the next greatest thing. Back three suits him perfectly. But why is Antonio Conte going to drop Cahill, Luiz, and Aspi when they just won him a title? I personally would have. I could see Cahill was past it. However, it's something Conte didn't agree with. Conte believed in the team that he had, so Christensen had to bide for his time. So guess what happens right now? He waits, and he finally gets this opportunity when David Luiz shits the bed. Whether you like it or not, David shit the bed. He got in an argument with Antonio Conte, and Conte said, listen, arrivederci, Christensen, you're in. In my opinion, Christensen didn't let him down. He had a 1-week spell where he played badly, and they were high-pressure games, and he became a scapegoat. He's been living off those mistakes for eternity now. Fans aren't letting it go. They're being too emotional, and it's costing people a lot of views of what Christensen really is. Conte gets sacked, we know that story. Sarri comes in, everyone is sure Christensen's going to be the main man. Christensen's got the passing attributes to play for Sarri. He's got the tactical attributes to play for Sarri. But one thing people forgot about is he doesn't have the physical attributes. Sarri loves strong, quick, agile defenders. And let's be honest, David Luiz and Rudiger have an advantage over him in that situation at that point in time. So, Christensen played second fiddle, Europa League games, here and there, another cup game, here and there, another league game. Then Rudiger gets injured. Realistically speaking, we could see that this player was phenomenal. This player had all the attributes when Rudiger got injured to just step in, casually take over and show the world why he's the real deal. And you know what? The interest was there from Barcelona again. The interest was there again from Manchester City again. Clubs are waiting for this man. Chelsea lose him if you don't use him. It's not that hard. Like, you will lose him if you do not use him. I'm telling you. Make sure you give him the opportunity. The man at a young age has already won the Europa League. He's won a lot of valuable stuff at junior level, and the potential around him is phenomenal. So what does the story hold now? Frank Lampard's in. It looked like Christensen was the main choice. Out of everything Frank was saying about Christensen in the past and in the present. But recently, he dropped Christensen for Tomori, which I don't understand, and we're not going to get into today. But that's the story of Christensen so far. Underappreciated soldier that gets overlooked because being Danish is not as sexy as being Spanish or French or Brazilian or even English, for crying out loud. English players get put on a pedestal. If you're anywhere from Scandinavia or a European country, which is not one of the ones I listed, you will get overlooked. Whether you like it or not, Andreas Christensen is a fabulous player and he deserves his chance at Chelsea. This was the Kavkas view. Subscribe if you're new. We do my stories all the time. I've got plenty in the bio. Check it out. Additionally, I'm out. Peace.